Hello, guys. My microphone's already on. Yo, guys, what up? Welcome to another episode of the Telecast podcast. Things are a little bit goofy right now, which I will get into in a second. But yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to another... Oh, geez. All right, you know what? I'm just going to go full transparency mode on here. I completely switched around my entire apartment, so nothing is quite where it belongs, microphone-wise, setting-wise. My bed used to be behind me, and my drums used to be, which are behind me now, same spot. They used to be, can I, like, take my camera? I'm gonna take my camera and show you guys around. So basically, can I, like, switch to the Keo Facecam mic? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's a lot better. You guys can definitely hear what I'm saying. But basically, my bed used to be here. Now I have, like, my keyboard and my guitar over here. And then if you go into this room, oh, it's just barely reaching. Can you see? Basically, I don't even think you can see. But my drums used to be right where that giant pile of clothes is sitting. My drums used to be there. And then my bed was... you know, whatever. Basically, I just, like, flip-flopped my office and my bedroom. And now we're here. And I have a big blank wall. I need to figure out what to put on there. But I do just want to tell you guys, thank you for the views on the recent video. Thanks for blowing up the recent video. Not really blowing it up. It's actually, it's not really doing too well. But it's, yeah, I mean, it's gotten a couple hundred views, and it's really reignited everything, on the channel, which is awesome. My views are up 100%. So basically, just showing YouTube that I'm active again on the main channel has, like, doubled my views. I'm not going to pull it up because I don't want to, like, show how much I'm making and stuff. I'm not making a ton of money, but I just want to keep it private for, just for my own sake. I don't know. I don't want to show you guys that and be like, you know, oh, whatever, here's all my money, whatever. So we are going to talk a little bit about the main channel video that went out, which is called, it's actually, there are two titles being tested right now. It is, why does the world always feel like why does it always feel like the world is ending, and is the world really doomed, are the two titles. You guys will be the ones who decide which one stays, because it's based off of popularity, and if they're both popular, then don't know what to tell you. As you can tell by my rugby shirt, I'm going to rugby practice after this, so that'll be cool. I am just going to double check and see if we are live. I want to see what it looked like when I was showing you guys the other room. Yeah, you can't really see anything. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't know. But like I said, there are a few topics that I want to discuss. There's actually three. So the first one I'm actually very excited for. We're going to watch it together. It is, let's see. Can I put this guy in F11? Yeah, okay. All right, it is, it's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer game, that I'm pretty excited for, not gonna lie. I don't think we're getting desktop audio right now.
If I live to be 100.
Hold on, let me see if I can figure this out. Desktop audio. Display capture. Hello. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer game. Let's turn this down a little bit. What are we bouncing at? We're bouncing at -25 decibels. That's pretty good. -20 at max. Whatever. First of all, graphics are not really, they're leaving a lot to be desired, I gotta say. It looks like an indie game. Or it looks like they need to, do a lot of anti-aliasing. There's a lot of sharp edges on these guys. We got, like, alright. Like, for example, like, look at these edges. It's very rough. Like, maybe that's kind of, like, due to the texture of the reindeer. I'm not really sure. I just want to say, though, first of all, that Rudolph is one of my favorite Christmas. It's actually my favorite animated Christmas movie ever. And why am I getting some glitches right now? There we go. Yeah, my favorite animated Christmas movie ever, dude. It's just a classic. I love how it's like, this is man's work, you know? It's like, haha, it's so antiquated, whatever. I don't really care. Sorry, guys. I was looking at my window. It's so crazy. I have a new environment. Like, everything's switched around. And I don't know where I'm going to film videos now. But I would like to do it over there, which is basically just a recreation of the corner that I was recording in before. No Tame Impala poster. I may do joint filming between my bedroom and over here because I just love my bedroom now. It's very cozy. I have not brought up live chat. So if anybody's in the live chat, I apologize. We got nobody. That's fine. And I have 0 XP. What does that even mean? I don't know. You tell me. But Rudolph game. Let's keep looking at this. All right. Well, blah blah blah. We already did this. Okay. So literally the trailer just kind of goes over all of the like story beats from the original movie. That, I mean, come on. This is a little scary right here. It does look fun though. It looks like it's built kind of like a like Banjo-Kazooie Mario 3D platformer type thing. Again, I don't really know if it's a stylistic thing that, you know, is the reason why Donner here, or whatever Rudolph's dad's name is, why he has this line that looks like he has a helmet on. But like this, right? Very like classic kind of looking player design, level design here. It shows you a shadow underneath where you're jumping, which is, you know, good game design. Okay. I don't know. You get little like animation for when you're running. You know, you get to fight. You get to do boss battles with him. Again, kind of looks like a Mario game a little bit here. Push him over the edge and whatever. Honestly, if this game is like $20 or less, I probably will get it because it looks like just a fun little thing. Obvious inspiration taken from other 3D platformers here with the gliding of Yukon Cornelius here. Rudolph can fly, which is cool. Maybe that's like a power-up. Good opportunity for a power-up. Also worth noting that he's a child here, where in the movie he definitely goes through some significant age progression. I mean, just think about all the settings we can do. Island of Misfit Toys. We can do Santaville, whatever, the North Pole, that's what I meant to say. Hermie, I don't know if these are character switches or if you play as different characters in every level. Maybe you unlock them. Narrated by Sam the Snowman. I wonder if they used AI for this. I don't know. Basically, and look at these. So you collect, what is this? Magic, is it Magic Feed Corn? I don't know if that's canon in the Rudolph verse, but it's something. Eesh. All right, dude. And Rudolph, again, I'm pretty sure he's a child in this, you know? I don't know. Whatever. Rudolph will guide the sleigh today. And that's the end. Honestly, we're going to see. Let's see if we can get any details out of this trailer, apart from what we're already seeing. Available now? It's available now? All right, well, let's look this thing up. Let's go into Microsoft Edge, bro. Let's do some edging. Oh, boy. All right, let's see. Rudolph game. Rudolph game on Nintendo Switch Store. It is, let's see how much it is. $40. Come on, man. All right, let's put this guy in full screen mode and give this a once over. 1964 animated classic. Key game features. 4 enchanting holiday realms. Okay, so we got 4 worlds. Christmas Town, Island of Misfit Toys. Got it. Mountain Caves, and Santa's Castle. Play as Rudolph, Clarice. We did not see Clarice in the trailer, did we? Family-friendly, co-op. Lots of characters. How many hours is this game? Does it say how many hours long it is? 2 gigabytes. Doesn't really tell us a whole lot. I don't know. Let's see if there's any more in here. Is it just the trailer again? Yes, looks to be. Some screenshots. Yeah, graphics are a little tough. Ooh, jeez. That doesn't look good. Reindeer games, you can get bullied. See, that doesn't look too bad. Shading's pretty good. And okay, so this seems like a gameplay screenshot. 4 characters here. The Bumble, Clarice comes with you, not part of the original story. We do have the dogs. Can I pet that dog? Is the real question. Am I right, ladies? Looks cool. I've been in the mood for playing like a 3D platformer recently. I'm getting nostalgic for my freshman year when I played Ukulele, which was a definite solid 3D platformer, created by the same people who did the original Rare team, Platonic. So Yeah, that's cool. Cool beans, whatever. This is more of a live stream than it is a podcast, but I hope it's fine. This is my kind of trial run for. I get a little like whoa, because I want to do like an hour-long podcast or more. You know, I don't really like doing under an hour because I feel like my main channel videos are usually like between 45 minutes and an hour. And yeah, I don't know. I just like to keep things kind of lengthy, and that's not how this episode's going to be today. It's kind of a trial run to see if we can do a shorter podcast and have it work. The real thing I want to talk about in this podcast is the main channel video. I want to do a little bit of like a behind the scenes post show kind of thing, but there are two more things that I want to talk about. First of all is recent news where Snapchat, let's see if it comes up. Yeah. Okay, ABC 10. Snapchat is going to start charging users to store memories. This is a big L in my opinion. I mean, anybody could have seen this coming, because the world is moving more towards cloud storage and subscription models and all the things that we hate that give the people at the top more money, just keeps funneling that money up there into the shareholders and keeps screwing over the little guys. Am I right? We're going to pause this because we don't need to see that. But to me, Snapchat was kind of like the last frontier of like private social media, because yes, if you look at X/Twitter, Elon Musk owns it, and there is free speech on there. However, it's not like it's very aligned with the like political right, and you don't need to have a political opinion to see that. You know, for a while it was Facebook and Instagram were kind of like promoting stuff on the left. You had, Elon come out and say, okay, guys, we're going to make this kind of like a free speech haven, whatever. And what that's turned into is like a lot of people just saying terrible things and like whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not here to like judge business decisions. What are you doing, IBM? Get out of here. But, geez, dude, there's so many ads. All right, whatever. That's another thing, too, is that why are you charging people monthly when you're running ads? Like, I understand you want to have multiple sources of revenue, but, like, I don't know. Like, and you can come back and quote me and roast me for this because, whatever. I'm sure that my opinions on this will adjust over time. However, I don't agree with charging people monthly and running ads. Like, if I were to do a premium service for my channel, well, a premium service is something different. Now, you might already see some wires crossing here. If I were to stop, like if I were to, I don't know, if I were to give a premium service, I would try to go out of my way to maintain respect by providing something of value. Snapchat Plus does not really do anything. It added additional features like, custom group chat backgrounds and stuff, which is fun, but it's not, however many dollars a month fun. I don't know. It's just whatever. You can replay your own memories and stuff, or your own snaps that you've sent. It's whatever. I guess the main issue I have with this is that they're going back on a previously free feature, which was memories. And like I said, Snapchat is kind of a private messaging app. You need to have both parties agree to become friends. It's like very private, very anonymous, but it's not in the way that you can just post and do whatever you want. At least not to my extent, not to my experience. You're not going to open up Snapchat and see Charlie Kirk getting shot in the neck unless you have people added that would post that kind of stuff. So Snapchat, like, I'm a big fan of it because it's very private, and it kind of speaks to this trend among Gen Z people and like even younger people, older people, whatever. I don't want to necessarily put a generation on it, but it speaks to this crowd of people who like and appreciate the privacy. And Snapchat's probably spying on you and selling your data like everybody else, but it just feels a little more controlled. You have more control over what it is. And to see this kind of big business model come out, the premium service was already kind of like, adding watermarks to Snapchats really made me angry. And now they're going to charge people to store memories with, anybody who exceeds 5 gigabytes. So you're fine if you're under that. But I've been saving my stuff to memories forever. I love that feature. I feel like it's like a catalog of my entire life. From a user experience perspective, it's wrong, I think, to start charging for a feature that was previously free. The 5 gigabyte limit, maximum before you start having to pay is, I think it's fair. It's not totally overly 100% fair, but at least they're putting some kind of thing in there to ease the process. It would be nice if previous users could be grandfathered in to kind of reward loyalty to the app. I mean, a lot of people I know have been using Snapchat since middle school, so almost 10 years now, But I think from a business perspective, this is going to be a mistake because what do we got here? How much per month is it going to be? So the initial options will be 100 gigabytes for $2 a month, 250 gigabytes for $4 a month, or 5 terabytes through a new $15 Snapchat Platinum plan. To me, this makes no sense because $2 for 100 gigabytes of storage, isn't that the same price Apple is charging? And why would I pay Snapchat to store that much when I could just pay Apple to store that much? And Snapchat already downscales your pictures, so maybe it's going to be a little bit, we're going to have to wait to see how this turns out because maybe this lower resolution stuff isn't going to take up as much storage. I just have a lot of stuff saved in Snap Memories. Every time I go to a concert, I'll take videos of like the guitar solos and save them. It just, when I read this, it just made me mad because like, I don't want to pay more money. Give me a freaking break, dude. Why can we not just store our images online? I don't know how much it costs to store images, but the fact that they haven't done it up until now, when most people use Snapchat just for the Snap Memories and for the privacy, you're taking away a huge pillar of why people use your app. And it's not going to cause a lot of people to leave overnight, but it's definitely going to cause people to seek alternatives. If another app comes out that provides the same features that old Snapchat did, then there you go. Like if somebody were to revive Vine, I know there were talks that Elon was going to do that, but if somebody comes along and really truthfully revives Vine, then people would switch over to that and probably stop using TikTok as much or Instagram Reels. I don't know. Same thing with Snapchat. If you guys start taking away features, you're leaving yourself vulnerable to new apps that could do it better and more fair. It just bothers the crap out of me that these decisions it's every little place you can make money off the bottom line, and I may be guilty of that because I run ads and I do W Energy ads or whatever. But I'm also not making very much money and I'm in crippling debt from my school. So whatever. I hope that they say more stuff about this. I would like to believe that this is in good faith. But just with this whole moving towards monthly subscriptions and cloud storage, it just pisses me off because I want to own my stuff. I want to be able to have it reliably. I'm big on reliability and predictability. If you offer something for so long and then all of a sudden you pull the rug out, it feels like crap. It feels like you don't care. And it means you're not reliable, is ultimately how I feel about it. So enough on the Snapchat thing. I think I've ranted enough about that, and whined and bitched and moaned about it. One more thing I do want to touch on, which I may do a little more of in a future video, is I want to talk about this idea of 432 hertz being good for you. So there's this conspiracy theory that the music industry they standardized the A chord at 440 hertz. Let's see if we can get this up, like 440 hertz versus 432 hertz. So basically, the A chord is standardized at 440 hertz, and there's this conspiracy theory that, and I'm saying this in a very matter-of-fact way, because honestly, I don't know if there's any truth to it or not. And the whole point of me bringing this up is to spark conversation about it and put some more information about it out there on the web. So, why are you putting my email on the screen? Dude, well, that sucks. I just completely revealed my personal email, because Microsoft Edge can go suck a big, meaty meat hammer. Yeah, not cool. As you can tell, I'm a little agitated. That Snapchat thing just pissed me off today, to be totally honest. I don't know if that's going to be a problem. Whatever. I'll edit it out in post. But basically, there was research done by a Nazi scientist that said that 440 hertz is out of sync with the Earth's frequencies, and thus it kind of puts people off balance. And this idea is that a long time ago, when the music industry was like co-opted by some bad people, they standardized 440 hertz to try and put people off balance mentally and thus make them easier to control. So I have been testing out, I have a little plugin for Google Chrome that actually moves music. You can adjust its frequency and its, you can adjust its semitones, you can adjust its speed. So I've just been listening to music at 432 hertz, and it's cool. But the thing is, like, it doesn't apply to every song. There are some songs that it sounds cool or better or unique, and it piques my interest. Some of them I'd rather just listen to the original, and I don't think it really affects me that much. I think here's my ultimate take on this as of right now, and we could go back and talk about this at a future point, but 432 hertz versus 440 hertz is like the argument of calming jazz music versus like liquid metal music. It's going to minorly affect your mood or your state of consciousness, calmness, whatever, but it's not going to do so in a way that really screws you over. If you get what I'm saying, I think it's going to be relative to the user. I don't think that this 440 thing is a big deal. But who knows? We don't know. There's a lot to be said about sound frequencies, minor differences in vibrations and things, what it does to plants and the brain, the whole idea of what it does to snowflakes, and how if you talk kindly to a snowflake or harshly to it, it's going to, crystallize in different structures. We don't know. Bottom line is inconclusive evidence right now. I don't even know how you would test this because it's so subjective to the individual. Now, it is not. It is a fact that 432 hertz resonates more with Earth frequencies, but the way that I've used that information is whenever I've done like meditation or things like that, I'll look up frequencies that I know are like good for the brain or whatever, like alpha waves or beta waves, whatever you want to do. And yeah, it's like it has a calming effect. It definitely tunes out some background noise and may put you in a meditative state. I know HemiSync is another thing I've tried a lot of, where it plays, just say it plays 440 in this ear and 438 in this ear. And the dissonance created between them makes another pattern, almost like how peanut butter and jelly makes a new flavor. You don't taste the peanut butter and the jelly, you taste a new flavor. Same kind of deal. And it's supposed to be good for your brain, for, your pineal gland, things like that. Depending on how much of that you believe, it could be just good for you. It could be amazing for you. You don't know. But I did want to bring this up because it's something that I've been messing around with, and I think it's a good topic for a podcast. So we're only running with about 10 minutes left in here. So I did want to do a little bit of like a post show for for the main channel video that we put out. Sorry, Rudolph, you are getting rude off my screen. And yeah, well, first of all, I wanted to show you guys the editing timeline for this video. It's pretty big. It's, like I said in a community post on the main channel, which if you guys are not subscribed to the main channel and you're over here, definitely go do that, because I feel like you're not going to be here if you're not there. But do what you want. If you just like my podcast, go ahead and listen to that. But yeah, this is the culmination of a year's worth of work. The scripting alone took over 60 hours. Now, I did slack a little bit because I was doing other things. I was running the podcast. I was learning some instruments and things like that. I was taking a break from YouTube because I got a new job, moved back to my college town, things like that. But this just, I don't know. It was just fun to make, and it's not. I know that like a lot of people like the anime content, the JoJo stuff. They want me to watch a bunch of different new shows and things like that. My plan going forward is I want to do intermittent. I'd like to do one like JoJo or anime video and then one other video, just because it keeps it fun for me and for the fans, because to not do any anime JoJo content is just not like respecting what you guys want. And I recognize that it's like it's one of those things where it's like, if you want to start a business, you got to have the hours that the customers want. You can't just do it however you want. You can't, and ultimately this is a creative outlet and a creative endeavor. But if I want to expect this to grow, if I want to expect myself to get a presence online, be able to make enough money to do this full time and then pursue more creative endeavors in the future, I'm going to have to respect what the fans want, which is more of the anime JoJo content at the moment. A lot of my subscribers like that stuff. So, yeah, keep an eye out for it. I really would just love to finish off the JoJo Iceberg. I've been working on it here and there. And, it's the next video that's going to come out. I'm taking a more casual approach to scripting it. I'm not going to go as rigorous with the details and the scripting. I am going to make sure everything's factually correct, but I'm not going to script out every word. I'm going to be very casual, kind of do it off the cuff like I'm doing right now, and then go back and edit it. One thing that I've learned from doing podcasting lately is that it's, the creativity still comes out. You don't have to completely control your writing in order for that to come out in the video. When I've cut down some podcast clips for just clips, it's proven to me that I can say things just as competently as I can, off the cuff. I can say, here, let me restart. This is kind of ironic because I'm stumbling over my words right now. I can say things just as competently off the cuff as I can if I were to script them. And at the same time, people aren't going to be accusing me of writing things with AI. A lot of people say that I am. I don't use I don't use it to generate things. I use it to fact check myself. I use it to find resources. I use it to create outlines, but ultimately everything's my work at the end of the day. No different than asking, a website for synonyms or whatever for certain words, things like that. But it is a really valuable tool, and to see people come out and just disparage it and say, oh, AI slop, whatever, like, I don't know. It's like you're missing the point, The people who are using it to just generate BS content, boilerplate content, whatever, copy paste, it bothers me because there's so much creative potential with it. And I'm trying to take advantage of that. For this JoJo Iceberg video, I'm not really using it that much because it's more just like checking the wiki and, checking clips of the anime and pages from the manga and making sure everything is like accurate. But I am going to make some mistakes, which is like, whatever. That's Hamon Beach's job to freaking figure all that out for me. But yeah, guys, this was fun to make. It was a grind. I hope you guys like the new intro. I actually made it for this video. I'm not going to show you this, but this was like a giant telescope picture that won't even load if I go over top of it, even if I have this at 1/4 the editing speed. But yeah, this is just what a typical video timeline looks like. I think it'd be fun to maybe do an Instagram post where I show this all off. But yeah, I go through, I mix all the sound, I layer everything over. I try not to use too much After Effects just because it slows down the process. But this is an ad right here for Dubby. I don't know, guys. If you have any more questions about the video making process, maybe I will go back and go through it meticulously. Or if you guys are video editors yourself and you want to know how I did a certain thing, feel free to comment because, yeah, I don't know. Feel free to leave something in the live chat. I know I'm not really on a schedule right now with this podcast, but I would love to be in the near future. It just comes down to me just saying I'm going to do it. And I think doing shorter podcasts, hour maximum, maybe like 45 minutes, is a lot more manageable for me, at least until like not the far future, but the future when I'm able to do this part-time or full-time instead of just doing it as my 5 to 9. I don't know, guys. It's fun and it's good to be back. I'm really in the YouTube mindset now. Things are just rolling in my life. This winter, I'm not taking any classes, so I'm going to be grinding out a lot more of this kind of stuff. JoJo Iceberg videos really are not difficult to do because, well, relatively not difficult. They're hard to make because all videos are hard to make, but the Iceberg videos are very segmented, so I can pick one theory and do that per day. All of the B-roll is manga and anime clips, so I don't have to go digging for B-roll, really. The writing, like I said, going forward, I'm going to remove a lot of the heavily scripted elements of my videos and just go off the cuff if I can. Or I'm just not going to go as crazy into the writing and revising and all that stuff because it just takes up so much time. And I'm a good writer, but I'll save that for example, I'm a good video editor because I've done it my whole life, but that's reserved for moments like this where I need to make an intro that's very graphically designed. Writing, I'll save that for moments where I really need to explain something, or whatever. Also, writing just increases your speech, on the whole. So I don't know. But yeah, we're really testing out a lot of new things moving forward. I hope it doesn't get too wacky, but the podcast is going to keep rolling the same way it is now. I'm really going to try and get consistent with it. And then the iceberg video is going to be coming pretty soon. I mean, I'm thinking like within a week or two, we're going to be recording. Editing is not going to be difficult. And it's going to be fun because I know you guys want that. I know part 4 of the JoJo iceberg is going to get a ton of views. I mean, my channel's already revived just from posting again. It didn't even get that many views, my end of the world video. And it's already bringing the channel back from the depths. So thank you guys very much. And honestly, I think I'm going to leave this off here. We've been rolling for a half hour. I would have liked to go 45 minutes, but I do want to make sure that I get to rugby practice on time. You can see my polo. I'm like Jonathan Joestar out here, bro. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This is a little short podcast, but yeah, this is me signing off. Peace out, guys. Go use TV10 on W Energy. Check out the main channel. Go check out my clips and things like that. And please do not steal my email. Have a good one, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.